You are welcome to my channel. Today we'll continue talking about the Ogbia decipherment of the Meroitic scripts. The Ogbia people are still speaking the Meroitic language. Don't be surprised, this is very true. Nobody looked for the Meroitic language seriously. They just looked for it around that area where the Meroitic language used to be. And since they cannot find it, they concluded that the language is dead or extinct. This is unfortunate. The language is still in Africa and is still being spoken. They didn't look for it and they just concluded. So you can investigate for yourself. The Ogbia people are still speaking the Meroitic language that you say is dead. And so we are now going to use the Ogbia language to find out the phonetic values of these four symbols we're hearing. We've already done some. The four symbols you're seeing on the screen. So we take the first one, which you are seeing on the screen again. That one has the phonetic value of T or Ta, according to Francis Llewellyn-Griffiths, who deciphered the Meroitic scripts in 1909. It is not his language. He does not even understand the language. The phonemes he gave are all English phonemes. The phonemes he gave are English phonemes in his decipherment. So he used foreign names to try to know how the Kushites use the symbols and their values. But he's not a speaker of the language. So here from a speaker of the language, let me read it for you. See what is on the screen? Let me just give you one other phonetic value that Francis Llewellyn-Griffith could not possibly know. Can you see the underlined phrase? Dari take a seed in a tete. That is what is underlined. Listen to me again. Dari take a seed in a tete. What they're saying there is, and when they arrive, you can say it, but he is afraid. The phonetic value now is D. I cannot express it with the English alphabets correctly, so I decide to use the IPA, International Phonetic Alphabet. So that is what you are seeing there. D. The other one is Da. Da. Okay. So look at what you are seeing again underlined on the screen. Anada. You will dance. That is the meaning. Anada. You will dance. So you can see how that symbol was used. So it has the phonetic value of Da. Da. And I have given all the four written out with the IPA, International Phonetic Alphabet, for you to understand the phonetic values. And those are the phonetic values for that symbol. It is used sometimes in place of another symbol like Dose Balema. You are saying it, Dose Balema. You are speaking Ogbia by just pronouncing that. It is not Ata or Ato. Sebalema. You don't know the language. So Dose Balema, not Balema. And again, you may not know that the E, what you think is the symbol that stands for E alone, actually stands for A as well as E. So many things you don't know about Meroitic language. So we take that symbol, that one is gone already. So we'll look at the other one now. That is the symbol that has been misleading many people. They write Kowi at the end of some sentence. Kowi and we. Wrong, 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 and wrong. That symbol has another phonetic value which you don't know. That phonetic value is a V. For an Ogbia man, it's very simple. Look at the underlined phrase now. Can you see? As I begin to read from the beginning, it just leads me through itself. The language itself shows me I don't need to struggle. The language tells me what? Because that is the language where we are speaking until today. We are speaking the language. Okay, what is underlined here is Abare Kirby. XXX numbers. Werby Kirby. That is Ogbia language. It is not Werby Kirby. No. Abare Kirby. Werby Kirby. What they are saying is there's something they should have taken XX numbers. They took that quite all right, but they took more. That's what they mean there. So can you see the phonetic value? I now use IPA to indicate it. International Phonetic Alphabet. That is it. That is the word there. V is a fricative. So it's V. That is the other symbol that you don't know. Kowi is what you write and say there is nothing like that. It is Kowi. And it means before he died, before he was taken. And the Kowi is always seen at the end of the name of somebody. So after mentioning the name of the dead, they now say Kowi before he was taken, before he died. This is his name before he died. That's what they're indicating there. Kowi, not Kowi. Now, we go to the one that is there now. They say it's a Ba. The phonetic values are actually more than that B or Ba. Let me give you some. I just mentioned one. Se bale madanye. You see that symbol is inside that phrase. I go again. Se bale madanye. You are still speaking Ogbia language. It is not Ba. It is Bale Madanye. We speak the language. It is our language, so we know the particular phonetic value. So you can see here, it is not B, but a softer one, which I have indicated with IPA. This is an African language, so you don't expect every symbol to have the phonetic values equal to those of the English language. Very wrong. These are phonetic values of an African language that we are talking about. So, balima, balima, is what they are saying there. Yosa balima danye, ba is the other phonetic value that you don't know. It is also used in Maramita Bolidei, Mita Bolidei, not they had a B, Bolidei. So that is one. And then first and foremost, you've known the phonetic value now of that symbol. It sounds B, not a B and Ba alone. So it can also be Ba. That symbol can also be Ba. So now let's go to the one you are seeing. It was said to have the phonetic value of Do. Francis Lewin Griffith said that. I'm not doubting. Let me show you when it is having that phonetic value of Do. Read here. What they have written here is still Ogbia language. And they are saying, Are buying totally. So you can see where it is now totally. If you read the phrase, you see the word. Are bain tetotoli. Can you see? So here the phonetic value is to, as given by Francis Lewin Griffith. Is correct, but if we go about telling the people, telling the world that it's just to, I've seen the phonetic value and it's to alone, then I'm wrong. Very wrong. That or that symbol has other phonetic values. That's what you should know. And look at this. Are you seeing how it was used here? It's a domba. A domba. Can you see? A domba. A domba in Ogbia, which is also Meroitic language, is message. The message. What they are saying here is that there is something they wrote and put inside the papyrus with which they will bury with the dead. So the message is for the journey to commence. Look like that man is going to take a journey to the underworld. So it was written for his journey to commence. That is the message. That's what they say. You see, the value there is not do. Don't, not to. The value also changed to do, like in the name of the dead of this same stela. If we are to read it now, that underlined phrase is Abiri Telido. Can you see the sound has changed to do? Abiri Telido. That is also a phonetic value of it. Then another phonetic value is do. Do. Now see, I'm going to read it, what is underlined on that offering table. Esido kekenaite. Esido kekenite. It talked of him, or it talked about him before the act happened. Now, that's the meaning. Esido kekenite. Can you see now the value is do? Do in Ogbia means him. Nyedo. It talked of him. So when you talk of him, Nyedo means give him. So Meroitic language is still very much alive. Nyeda, give you. Nyam, give me. Nyare, give us. We are still speaking the language, and we can show to anyone that we are still speaking it. Just investigate for yourself. Meroitic language is very much alive. So let all the lies and false